he cried.
It's amazing.
And honestly, I didn't, you know, who knew that who would have thought he would have after that?
One of the gals you probably met and may not remember her, or you may remember her, Christy Davis at the county when you talked to the lifeguards. She should have been a trainer. But her baby, very, very young, her second child, gone to a friend's house for dinner and put him on the couch, you know, infant, not even rolling over yet. She had felt in the couch, make sure there was nothing in there. And he was sound asleep. Went to eat dinner, and for some reason she got up and she checked on him. And he was choking on something. He had found something that she had missed. And she said, you know, all my training, all the CPR I've conducted at the pool when it was my own child, I couldn't do the back blows and the chest thrusts to get it out. She says, all I could do was hit that baby on the back. And, you know, it finally came out and the baby was fine. But, you know, there's another perfect example, and this is a woman who does it every day for a living.
Yeah, when it's your own, you just, you kind of,
it changes.
it goes out
right,
the door.
It changes.
Yeah, it really
right.
does.
Yeah.
It definitely does. I do. I sit there and I go, if no one was here, and I think you would, because it's like your survival mode. Okay, no. Cameron, can you please go in and watch TV with baby? Okay. So, excuse me, please. Kyle, open the door all the way so she can pass. Be careful. Close the door. So, I guess you're kicking. Well, I was talking the other day to my friend about the adrenaline. You hear like
right.
moms that pick up cars and all that stuff, and you wonder if that really does happen. But I guess it does. I guess
sure it does.
After the panic.
You ready? Okay.
Just a quick question. Like I said, I know, and I'm a little long-winded, anyways. But in making it brief, do you want from, you know, the baby was sleeping on the couch, someone left the baby gate open. When I came outside, one friend was in the pool, and the other one was, my friend was in the pool passing him up, and the baby looked, and the baby was blue, and his tongue was purple, and they gave him CPR.
Yeah.
And he breathed, but take it through the whole story, or?
I don't think you need to. I mean, I really like the idea of including your friends, the fact that you had friends here. So many people think when there's more people around, everybody's watching. But in reality, nobody's watching, you know?
Right, even more.
And that's one of the points that we make in the video, is that you have a designated water watcher whenever children are in or near the water.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, yeah. You can start from the point the baby was sleeping on the couch and all of a sudden was missing, and my friends went to the pool, I went to the playroom, and they screamed and
Okay.
pulled him out blue.
And then done.
I'll let you know. Yeah, I mean, probably more than likely, you know, we're going to cut right in there somewhere, but you can keep talking and I'll let you know when we've got enough.
I'm sorry, are they screaming at each other?
I think they're just playing.
Okay. I hear screaming.
You're an extraordinarily patient mother. I watched you with those children. It's amazing. Okay, so tell me about what happened when your child nearly drowned.
Okay. On April 12th, I was planning a party. The baby was sleeping on the couch. My friends were over. We were talking. All of a sudden, we noticed that the baby was gone. I thought that he went to the playroom. And as I started to walk, I heard my friends screaming. And when I got outside on the pool deck, one friend was in the pool passing my baby, who was blue, to the other friend. And we all kind of stood there. I was screaming in panic. And my one friend had composure and began doing CPR. And probably after about 8 minutes, the baby started to cry, and he was able to breathe again. And at that point, the EMS and the ambulance all came, and they took over his care and took him to the Cape.
Now, when he got to the hospital, it wasn't a simple recovery.
No, it wasn't. I thought he was crying, he's alive, he'll be fine. But when we got to the hospital, he crashed. He had to be put on life support. Then he had to be flown in the helicopter to Health Park, where he crashed a couple of more times. He was on life support for several days. And at which point my husband and I had to make a decision as to what we were going to do.
And so what did you decide to do, and what was the ultimate outcome?
Well, we decided that we would take him off the life support and kind of put it in someone else's hands and see how he did. And fortunately, he was able to breathe on his own. And 3 days later, we were able to take him home. And at this point, he has no developmental delays. He's where he should be in all his milestones. And he's just a regular 2.5-year-old who gets into everything and is just trying to keep up with his brother and sister.
How do you think he got to the pool?
Earlier in the day, we had people in the pool, and I think that just carelessness that the pool gate didn't get closed. And he, at that point, was not walking, and he crawled into the pool.
And he was home at the time?
He was a year. This was the weekend after his 1-year-old birthday party.
Could talk to Diane a second. So he was crawling?
Yes, he was just crawling. At that point, he wasn't even really pulling up on anything, but he was speed crawling.
Was the door? The door was open to you?
Again, that was something that at this point I kind of think about what happened and what went wrong, and I'm pretty sure that the door was open. The children had gone out during our little party to go play on the swing set, and the slider was opened, and the alarm went off, and I think my not paying attention because I had company, the door never got closed.
I would think, a parent too, and Diane's a parent, you probably beat yourself up quite a bit, I would think.
Oh, I went into a major depression, and I actually had someone coming to the house and talked to her quite a bit. And at one point, she suggested that she was going to Baker Acme and put me in Ruth Cooper if I didn't get it together. And I beat myself up, and I felt so guilty about the whole situation because as a mother, I should have known where he was in my mind all the time. And, even though that is not humanly possible, it's just to live with. I guess I'm just fortunate of what the outcome was, because if it was different, I don't know how I would live with myself.
What would you want other mothers, parents, grandparents to know? What would you want them to know?
I would want them to know and that you just have to know where the child is, where your children are, and it doesn't really matter what age they are. I have a 6 and a 7-year-old, and they swim very well, but they have to always be watched. And we have lots of safety precautions and doors and beeps and gates and locks and all kinds of stuff, but you have to watch them. These are not foolproof. It's your eyes that keep the children from going into the pool. And just because you have a lot of people over and you get kind of caught up in your company or wherever you are at, you have to realize where the kids are at all times when there's water around.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.